Hello, my royal family. This is Dawn, and welcome back to my kitchen. And you know what I always say? I'm back in the kitchen, y'all. And this time, for real, I'm back in the kitchen. I know it's been a few months, guys, ever since before Christmas. I haven't really been posting a lot of long videos, even of my baking. I've been working on an amazing new project that I've been focusing on for the past few months, and I've been doing a little traveling here and there. I was a little under the weather, off and on, but I am better now, feeling great, excited about what the future holds. Okay, so I'm back on my channel, and just wanted to also let you guys know that, and I have put a few shorts out. You guys probably already seen a few of my shorts that I've been putting out regarding my new project, and the new project is what I have on, a crochet hat. So guess what? Your girl's been crocheting, okay? Another hobby that I just picked up after so many years is yet again something that my sister and I used to do. So I'm just, as I continue to go on through the days and all that, I've been really focusing on just really doing things that motivate me, that excites me, and I've been so blessed to be able to even tap into this craft and this talent that I feel like God has given me. I'm so grateful for all the support of my friends and family who has requested hats and things. So I've been like making ruffle hats and cat beanies, and these little the slouchy beanies and things like that. And it's just been so much fun. I've been so excited, scarves and all that. And so it's just been really good. God has opened so many doors, and he's continuing to open doors. So it's gonna be another little surprise here in about a few months or so. I'm working on that. And but I do have a new YouTube channel regarding my crochet. It's still up and coming, okay? It is out there. I just now starting to post things to it, and I still need to do a bunch of tutorials. I need to do a bunch of editing of videos and all that. So, and also put more out there, so I'm building that up. I appreciate your support. You can go right here to this link, and it's at Put Me On Crochet. Okay, and so that's my new channel for my crocheting projects and things for you guys to see, and I'm just excited about it. So I will still definitely be back on this channel. This is my heart, where I first started, and I still love baking. I still do baking for customers as well. I just have not been recording, but today I am fixing a cake that I've been promising my young adults here at home that I would make for them, since I've been making all these other cakes for everybody else. They're like, where's our cake? So I kind of stopped making cakes for them because I was making cakes and they wasn't really eating it all. So, it was like wasting. So I'm like, I'm not making you guys no more cakes because y'all not eating them. But they were starting to miss it now, as well as my husband. And he really don't eat that much sweets. But anyway, so I'm making this cake today. And this is the Cinnamon Toast Crunch Cake, okay? And the boys love this kind of cereal. So when I saw this and I bought this home, they were super excited. So I'm gonna make this for them today. And I'm gonna do a video, just a quick video showing you guys what I'm gonna definitely hack it. And I'm gonna, of course, change the ingredients here. And I'm gonna add a little bit more extra here and there. And we're gonna make it our own. So stay tuned. I appreciate you guys, my royal family. I have not forgotten about you guys. I appreciate your support. And please continue to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. And also my other channel, or over here, wherever I'm gonna post it. Wherever it's posted, but it's Put Me On Crochet. So check me out, okay? All right, so hang in there with me, and we're gonna get started with the ingredients for this amazing cake. Okay, so here we have the ingredients, and I didn't have any buttermilk this time, so I went on and made my own buttermilk, and that is 1 cup of whole milk, and you can do 1 tablespoon of vinegar or 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, and so I chose vinegar here to use in this instance for this cake. And so basically it's just regular distilled white vinegar is what I'm using, and then I have my other few ingredients. On the boxes calls for 1/3 cup of oil, which is here, and then also I'm going to add to that 1/3 cup of butter melted. We have 4 eggs here. The box is calling for 3, but I'm doing 4. Then of course this is the Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and I'm also going to add some Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal, which I'll show you the process later for that. And there's the melted 1/3 cup of butter. So I'm pointing to that 1/3 cup, which is cool because, you know, your butter, the sticks of butter has the measurements on it. So I just pretty much cut it out there. I'm also going to add 1/3, and I'm sorry, that's a 1/2 cup of sugar. So that's another extra ingredient that I'm putting in there. So we're going to go ahead and open the box here and get that poured into the bowl for you guys. And then we're also going to add some vanilla extract in there, and I'm going to add a few extra flavorings that you do not need to use, but I like to use these two flavors. One is cream bouquet, and the other is butter vanilla. That's the name of that one. Sorry, you guys, I didn't put it close enough to the camera so that you can see that, but yes. And here's a 9x13 pan. I'm going to also put that in as well. Okay, so here I am opening up the cake mix here. Just want to keep this very simple. I didn't want this to be a long drawn out process here. This is a very easy cake to make, simple. And so I just chose to do it this way to make it really quick for my family. They was waiting for this cake. Okay, so there's your, and of course that's the Cinnamon Toast Crunch. And as I looked at this, I see, excuse this guys, you see I added the sugar there. My son stepped in the kitchen there and tried to be my videographer there. But anyway, it was pretty cute. So anyway, if you look here, I'm trying to show you here actually that if there's cereal actually in the cake mix, and so I'm not gonna add that extra into the cake mix. So here I'm adding the 1/3 cup of oil, and then I'm gonna add the 1/3 cup of melted butter. That's the extra ingredients that I'm adding there. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add the 4 eggs. You do not need to let these be at room temperature, but it is 4. The box calls for 3. So we're gonna add an extra egg. They can be they do not have to be room temperature here. So you can just go ahead and pour all of them in. You can do them one at a time if you choose to, but I didn't since it's a box cake. And then I'm adding here like 1 capful of the vanilla extract, which is equivalent to 1 teaspoon. I'm just gonna do a drop of these two. This is a magic lime, and this is cream bouquet, just 1 drop here because they're concentrated. And then also 1 drop of the butter vanilla as well. So I'll do that. Oopsie. And so these flavorings enhance your cakes to really give it a homemade bakery taste. And so they're very, very good. Like I said earlier, you do not have to use these 2 ingredients. But I choose to because I like how they make my cakes turn out. And then there's my buttermilk. I went on and stirred that up there because it curdles up a little bit on you. So, of course, you need to mix it up. I only poured like maybe a 1/2 cup, a little bit over a 1/2 cup for now. And then I'll show you here where I'm just trying to make sure I get all of my ingredients out, all of my oil from there. And then we're going to go ahead and get this mixed up here. So I'll show you here. And there it is. And we're going to just get this slowly mixed up here and mix it all together. I didn't use a hand mixer. I just felt this is a box cake. It's not going to take much to get this mixed up. So I just went on and just used the whisk here. And there it is. So this should be your consistency. And then I pour the rest of the buttermilk in here. And then we'll get that also mixed up. And then you just mix it up here nice and slowly. We don't want the milk splashing all over. So I just kind of mix it up here. It is a little thick, but once you get the milk in, it gets a little loose. So there you go. You can see it's a little loose. And if you look a little closer there, you can see the cereal chunks that's already in the batter. So yeah, and that's the consistency you should have. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and get this buttered. The pan real quickly. We're gonna use our little brush to get it all around the pan here. And then after we do that, we'll go ahead and pour our batter into the cake pan. It looks very good. See how it's folded in there? That's the consistency that you want. And so I just want to make sure it's, of course, evenly into the pan. And I'm going to make sure I scrape down my bowl as well. You want to make sure you scrape down your whole bowl
You want all of your batter in your pan, not in the bowl. So that's why I'm using my spatula now to make sure I get all of it out. And then you just want to make sure it's even throughout the pan. It's going to be a little sticky, so just make sure you even it out there evenly so that you can have an even cake so that it won't be warp-sided as it bakes in the oven, okay? So we're going to do a little shaky shake and going to little tap it on there to release air bubbles as much as possible. And then once we get that done, we're going to go ahead and put this bad boy in the oven. And it's going to be nice and fluffy. And there it goes in the oven. And now we're going to go ahead and start to prepare the cereal that I want to put in the frosting. And I'm also going to put the cinnamon dust. I'm going to make some cinnamon dust as well from this. And I'm going to sprinkle that on top of the cake once it's frosted. I'm using an already ready-made jar of frosting there so that I don't have to make frosting. But I am going to doctor this frosting up, and you'll see that a little bit later where I'm going to make that also homemade. But right here, I'm just going ahead and just simply crushing up the cereal in a baggie. And you can use your hand, you can use a bowl, a cup, doesn't matter. I just use my hand since it's not that much cereal in here at all. And then I'm also, here in a second, I'm going to pull out, you can use a rolling pin right here. You can use a rolling pin just to make it more fine, more crushed. And I want to do the rolling pin because I am trying to make it a little cinnamon dust as well. Now, they also sell this Cinnamon Toast Crunch in a jar of cinnamon. They call it cinnamon dust. But I'm like, I can just get this little bag of cereal, which I got it from the Dollar Tree, guys, $1.25. And I just made my own cinnamon dust. If you see here, see right there on the corner, that's my little cinnamon dust. Well, the cake is done. So we're going to go ahead and get it checked out here. We're going to go ahead and pull it out. We're going to put our skewers in there and just see if it's done. There it is. The cake is done. Clean skew comes out. Or you can use a toothpick. You can use a fork. Just make sure that your cake is done. Okay, there it is. Nice and golden. Nice and fluffy. Look at that. Wow. It's pretty even. That's good. So there's your cake. We're going to let it cool off a little bit here. And then we're going to go ahead and make the frosting. So here I'm going to add a little bit more. I didn't record that part, but this is about, right here is about 1 tablespoon. You should probably use about 2 tablespoons of room temperature butter, softened butter. And then I'm also going to add 1 cup, that's a little bit shy of a cup of powdered sugar. Okay, so I do that first, and I just kind of mix this up till it gets to a consistency, a creamy consistency. So it's going to take a little bit, so just take your time. You got to keep mixing it up, pressing the butter into the sugar. And then once you continue to mix it, you will see that it's going to come out to be a really nice consistency. No more powder. See, there you go. See, so this is the consistency that you want before you add your frosting in there. So that's just a mixture, there it is, of butter and powdered sugar. So now you're going to go ahead and just add the whole jar. Now that's a little jar that I'm using. The jar comes bigger, but I just chose to get this smaller jar. So I'm just adding all, and that's actually just plain vanilla. So I just wanted to get the vanilla frosting. So I got that. We're going to add like a capful again, or just like a little smidget of vanilla extract to this one. It's already vanilla. We want to make it more vanilla-y. And then we'll just mix that in a little bit. And then once that's mixed in, it's ready to be put onto the cake. Okay. So what I'm going to do is like I'm going to add some of the bits of sugar, cereal into the frosting. But first I'm going to go ahead and sift it a little bit because I want to separate the actual dust, cinnamon dust, from the actual chunks. And then I'll put the chunks of cereal into the frosting. And this is how you would do that. You see that dust coming out of there? It's perfect. And if you want it to be a little bit more cinnamon taste and all that, you can definitely add some cinnamon to this. You can add a little bit more sugar into this mix as well if you want, just to have it a little bit more cinnamony taste. But this was enough for me. I felt like it was already in the cake. The cake is already this has the cinnamon and the cereal, so I didn't really want to overpower it too much. So I just pretty much shook it out here and just pouring the rest into the actual frosting. And there's your cinnamon dust. And you can also make more, make as much as you want. This is what I have. So I'm going to go ahead and add these crumbs here into the frosting. And this way, guys, it just saves you money, okay? Because like I said, they do sell the frosting, Cinnamon Toast Crunch frosting, and they also sell the Cinnamon Toast Crunch Cinnadust. The Cinnadust in the jar, and they also sell the frosting. So I'm just making my own here, and it's just as delicious, just as good. So these are some little shortcuts to kind of save you a little money and save you a little time. Well, basically just save you money. Okay. Continue to mix it here, and you can add as much as the cereals that you choose to. I'm going to add a little bit more to this. I'm not going to add all of it because I didn't want it to overwhelm the cake with a bunch of cereal. So that was all I added here. So just continue to mix it up until you get the consistency that you would like. And this is enough for me. So this is perfect. It's ready to go on the cake now. So here's the cake, and it's nice and cooled off as well. So I'm going to go ahead and get the frosting, and I'm going to go ahead and start to put the frosting over the cake. The cake is nice and cool. You can also put this on here if you want it. It could be warm. It doesn't have to be completely cold, but it can be warm. I just prefer mine to be cold. So the cake was definitely cold, and it is a little thick, but that's even better. In between when the cake was actually cooling off, I did put this in the refrigerator so they can firm up a little bit, and so that definitely firmed it up. You can do that too if you feel like your frosting's a little looser, not as thick or as firm as you would like it. So yep, this is it. So I just piled it all on, and then we're gonna get it frosted, and we're gonna get it cut, and we're gonna taste it. I want to zoom in a little closer here so I can show you guys the cereal. Look at that. Doesn't it look delicious? Nice and creamy and smooth. And that cereal is just popping. It is really, 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 really good. Okay, and so here's the cake. Looking very, very good. And now I'm going to go ahead and dust that cinnamon dust on top of the cake. And I'm just using a strainer here just to kind of make sure it goes on there evenly and there's no bigger chunks coming out. Now, it may be a few bigger chunks coming out, which is fine. But the majority of it is going to be the cinnamon dust that I made from the cereal, okay? So basically, you just sprinkle it on as much as you want. You can also, like I said earlier, crunch up more cereal and make more if you choose to. But this is kind of, some of those big chunks got in there, but it's all right. So we're just going to just dust it on all around it. Very, very good. And so, yeah, so this is basically it, guys, to the cake. It's a very simple cake, very easy. Your family will love this cake, and I recommend it for sure. And as I'm doing this voiceover, as you guys can tell, I'm talking over the video, but just to let you know, this cake was gone the next day, and my young men were like, "Can you please make another one?" So I'm telling you guys, this is definitely a hit. You will not be disappointed. Your family will not be disappointed. Go ahead and try it. It's going to be awesome. All right, so there it is, looking very good. And now we're going to go ahead and get the cut cake for you. Cut the cake for you guys. All right, so here we go. So we're going to cut it, and let's see how soft it is. As the knife goes in, very, very, very moist. And so we're going to cut a few pieces out of here. And then we're going to taste this for you guys. Let me show you guys this amazing cake. Look how fluffy this cake is. Look how tall it rose to the occasion. It is so delicious. Oh my gosh, look how high that cake. This is one box of cake mix, guys. Look at that. Wow. It is so beautiful. It smells amazing. So now we're going to go ahead and show you how moist it is. And we're going to give it a little tasty taste here. We're going to pray for this food. Lord, thank you for this food that we're about to receive. In Jesus' name, amen. Look at this cake, guys. Look how tall this cake is. Wow, it is so good. Okay, I'm going to just show you guys real quick how moist. Look how soft that cake is. Soft and moist. Let's go ahead and just take a little piece real quick. Soft. Look at that. Soft and moist. It is amazing. Now we're gonna taste it. You guys, we got to taste it. Oh my goodness. I couldn't wait to get a piece in my mouth, guys. So good. Okay, there we go. See? All right, so now we're gonna taste it. Hurry up, Don. Taste the cake, girl. Eat the cake, Anna Mae.
Okay, guys, my royal family, this is the cake I showed you guys that already. Look at that. Nice cake. So good, so moist. You got to try this. This is one of my young men's favorite in the house, okay? They love the Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal, so I said, you know what? Let me make some of my soft box cake mix. So, I'm going to hack that, and we're going to make it. So it's been good. Put a little dust on top that I made out of my own. Crushed it up, this cereal. And yeah. So it's very, very tasty. And this is good. Valentine's Day is coming up too. This is like a cinnamon spice, that kind of goes with Valentine's Day for me, I just think. But anyway, you can get your little heart-shaped pan, get that little box of cake, and doctor it up, make it homemade. So good. So anyway, try it. It's very good. Your kids will love it. Your significant other will love it. So try it. It's very good. Well, thank you guys for tuning in once again to my channel. I appreciate you guys, appreciate your support, your love, and everything. So I'm back in the kitchen, and I look forward to many more recipes coming your way. And once again, don't forget about my new channel. It's Put Me On Crochet. It is on YouTube, and I have a TikTok as well. So anyway, until the next video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you guys on the next video.